This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Luzerne County Manager Dave Pedri talks about counting votes and more next. Hello everyone and happy Friday. I'm Ken Carr with your local information and I thank you for joining us. As the vote counting continues in Pennsylvania, we continue our election updates. According to the Standard Speaker, President Donald Trump received 57% of the vote to win Luzerne County. We are still waiting to see who won the state in the presidential race. Unofficial results have incumbent Democrat Gerald Mullery defeating Republican challenger John Shura for state representative in the 119th district, and incumbent Democrat Matt Cartwright defeated Republican Jim Bognett for 8th District United States Representative. For the most up-to-date results, go to our Facebook page and standardspeaker.com. There's a lot going on in this general election, and today's news feature will help us sort some of this out. Here's our Janine Lassant with Luzerne County Manager Dave Pedri.
Now on the program here on SSPTV News, we have Dave Pedri, the Luzerne County Manager. Dave, thanks for joining us here.
Gene, thanks for having me on.
What a week it's been. I'm sure you're certainly busier than ever with this historic election.
Yeah, it's been a lot. Obviously, the preparation for the election was a heavy lift. Honestly, the day of election was an absolute blur at this point. And then because these mail-in ballots have to be counted as we move on, we just keep moving forward. We're now a couple of days past the election and it feels like we're still rolling here, but we had a huge turnout in Luzerne County. Over 68% of the people who have registered to vote came out in Luzerne County, over 150,000 people. It's an incredible amount of people who'll be here. I think this election kind of caught attention of a lot of people.
Let's look at some of the issues that voters have talked about publicly and also throughout the media with this election. And one was the insert of the paper receipt into the scanner. So that was something new that had to be done this year.
Correct. Yes. Governor Wolf mandated all new machines for the 2020 election. Luzerne County purchased those machines last year. These are called paper trail machines. It's funny because we had paper. And then we moved to electronic because it's better and it's faster and everything along those lines. And now we move back to paper. So actually in Luzerne County, we have the electronic system, which is basically you vote on like the iPad or something along those lines, a similar machine. It prints out a piece of paper or receipt. You take that piece of paper and you feed it into the scanner. And then that way, that's your paper verifiable that you vote. So what happens then is election staff confirms we had 800 people sign in at the poll book, 800 votes on a machine, 800 pieces of paper in the scanner. Everybody voted. Everybody took part of it.
Okay, so if any votes are coming in now, they do not count.
Okay, so you're talking about the mail received?
Yes.
At that point. All right. So the Pennsylvania Supreme Court has ruled that mail received by election day on November 3rd at 8 p.m. That's been postmarked by November 3rd. Can be counted in the next 3 days. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday after the election. As we sit here today, we only have approximately 250 of these types of ballots here. I don't see it really carrying the day one way or the other. We're going to make sure these are segregated per Department of State guidelines and turned over for review. They will be counted. If there is litigation regarding these, we'll be ready to face them, but I don't see this being a very big issue here.
Donald Trump was up by hundreds of thousands of votes on actual election night. We all go to sleep, we get up the next morning, and now he's losing by hundreds of thousands. Does that surprise you?
No, because this was the failure of the state legislature, Republican-led state legislature, and our Democratic governor by not allowing the counties to start the counting process earlier. We, by law, couldn't what's called pre-canvass, which is opening up the ballots. It's a very laborious process to count these mail-in ballots. We're so used to these phones right now, Janine, where we think that we have the information right now at our fingertips. That's not how it works. The mail-in process is you take the outside envelope, open it up, There's a secrecy envelope inside. You confirm signatures. You have that open. You open up the inside envelope. You take out that ballot. You flatten it out, and then it's scanned. It's a long process, and we had over 50 workers do over 57,000 of those. So I knew it was going to take time, and I think every single county across the state knew it was going to take time. So more Democrats took the option for the mail-in ballot as opposed to going to the polls. So you would think that those would be more towards Vice President Biden. Now, honestly, you've seen the numbers here in Luzerne County. He couldn't get to that big of a lead without Democrats voting for President Trump. So obviously, many Democrats supported President Trump here. But the failure was that we weren't allowed to pre-canvass these things early. If we had those extra couple of days to open them up early and get everything ready, we would have had all the results done on Tuesday night. And then all this drama, what's going on in Philadelphia, what's going on here, it's all over. We wouldn't have had any of it. Who knows what's going to happen with this election? It's going to be a fight no matter what. But, knock wood, we did it right here in Luzerne County. I feel strongly about it.
As for Luzerne County, everything is updated on your website.
Correct. Go to our website, luzernecounty.org. We have 100% of our polling places in. Obviously, all of our all of the 57,000 mail-in ballots we have received are in, and you'll see who won and who lost here in Luzerne County.
Very good. Dave Pedri from Luzerne County. Thanks for joining us here on SSPTV News.
Today's news feature is brought to you by Feisner's Ford in Freeland, who is celebrating 75 years in business. Give them a call at 570-636-3920, or you can log on to feisnersford.com.
Thank you, Janine, for that story. We have a district championship alert on the SSPTV Standard Speaker scoreboard. In an epic battle that fits the rivalry, the Marion girls volleyball team defeated Nativity in 5 sets for the District 11 Single A Championship. Olivia Karchner had 22 kills, including the game winner. Ashlyn Klitsch had 44 assists, and Tatiana Zeleniak had 34 digs for the Phillies. The Hazelton area girls soccer team is moving on to the District 2 4A championship game after a 1-0 win over Wyoming Valley West. The Lady Cougars will play Williamsport on Saturday for the title. Sarah Bale scored off of a Haley Kashak corner for the Big HA, and Caitlin Ketcher had 9 saves in goal.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Here's our forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, mostly clear with a low of 42 degrees. Saturday is sunny with a high of 63. Saturday night, mostly clear, low of 43 degrees. Sunday, we get up to 64 degrees with mostly sunny skies. Sunday night, partly cloudy with a low of 46. Monday is partly sunny with a high of 63. Monday night, mostly clear with a low of 51. And then on Tuesday, mostly cloudy with a high of 63 degrees. Stay tuned for our in-depth features, including a story on Joe Maddon's first season as the Los Angeles Angels manager, and our Janine Lassant gets the scoop on a movie called Sanitize This. And next, the homily from our Mass for Inspiration is featured in the SSPTV Spotlight.
The Hazelton Rotary Club will be having a takeout spaghetti dinner at the Pines in downtown Hazelton on Wednesday, November 11th from 4:30 to 7 p.m. Tickets are $10 and $5 for veterans. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Jacqueline H. Bettine, age 85, of Drums, who passed away on October 31st. Services were previously held under the Fierro Funeral Home. Martha Caputo of Hazelton, the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home, will announce their arrangements. George J. Sacco of Sugarloaf Township, services will be announced at a later date. And Charles George Zunsky of Douglasville, services will be held at the convenience of the family under the Degler Funeral Home. Today's social and obituary report is brought to you by Harmon Funeral Homes and Crematory. Call 570-788-0977 or go to harmonfuneral.com.